Alright, y'all, the nominations for the 2026 Grammys finally dropped, so let's react to them. Y'all ready? Let's go.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid, and I'm back again with another episode of On the Bright Side TV. Welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're doing very well. Listen, I've been out the country and I was sick for a minute, so this reaction is a little bit late. But excuse me, y'all. I was taking a nice trip with friends in Japan. It was an amazing time. I was out there for like a week, and then after that, I got sick, so I didn't want to make a video while I was really sick. But I'm feeling much better now. So I want to react to the 2026 Grammy nominations. I'm so excited to see what happened this year. This is a follow-up to my last video that y'all loved, which was my predictions for the nominations for this year. So I'm really excited to see how I did. I'm hoping I did well, but as always, you never know. But yeah, man, let's get into it. I'm going to watch the live stream of the nominations, and let's see who got nominated on my favorite categories. And there's all these categories as well. So let's see how this year went. I'm excited to see what happens in a couple categories, namely the general field. I'm excited to see what happens with the R&B categories as always, because that's my genre. I feel like pop will be pretty predictable for the most part. Rap, I'm assuming it'll go how I think it'll go as well. I'm looking forward to seeing some surprises that'll happen in probably some of the other lower marquee categories that don't track as much. Like, the country categories, alternative, so on and so forth, dance, electronic, jazz. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in those categories as well. But yeah, man, I'm really excited to see who will be the first time nominees, all the snubs and surprises that'll come along the way. I'm looking forward to see what happened in Best New Artist. So yeah. All right, but let me stop rambling. Let's get into it. But before I do, a quick reminder, please go support my Patreon. The link is down below in the description. On my Patreon, you'll get more of my vibes, more uncut, exclusive, unedited reactions and other videos that I'll have on there that won't be my YouTube channel. So if you like my vibe, there's more where this came from. Please go support my Patreon. It's only $3 a month, but I'm sure you won't be disappointed. But yeah, man, let's get into it without further ado. Here is my reaction to the 2026 Grammy nominations. I'm so excited to see what happened. Y'all ready? Let's go.
For Songwriter of the Year, Non-Classical, the nominees are Amy Allen.
Amy Allen got it again. Congrats, sis. I knew you would, because you'll be killing it. All right.
Edgar Barrera.
Edgar Barrera, okay.
Jesse Joe Dillon.
Again. Jesse
Tobias Jesso
Tobias
Jr.
again. Okay.
Laura Veltz.
Laura Veltz. Okay. I think she's a first time nominee, I think. Okay, a lot of expected names. So this should going to be a category where we're going to see a lot of the same names each year, like Producer of the Year, which makes sense. I'm not mad at, but I was hoping for more variety from year to year in this category. But at the same time, knowing the way the industry goes, it's not surprising that we'll probably see a lot of the same names popping up, in similar years to each other, which kind of it makes sense.
For Producer of the Year, Non-Classical,
Producer of the Year,
the nominees are Dan Auerbach.
Okay.
Circuit.
Okay, come on, Circuit.
Dijon.
Oh,
Blake
wow.
Mills. Soundwave.
Soundwave! Nice. I'm glad Soundwave got it, period. Off of GNX alone. I love that. But also Dijon. Wow. Okay. Shout out to Dijon. I didn't expect that, but I'm happy for him. Off of all the Justin Bieber work. I mean, wow. And his album too. Wow. Okay, Dijon. That's amazing. I gotta tap more than Dijon. I listened to Swag and I previewed this album. I'm kind of surprised he got in, but I'm happy for him. And I'm assuming he's a black man. I think a young black man. Love that for him, period. And come on, Soundwave. Circuit, I'm not surprised Circuit's here. Congratulations. Dan Auerbach, no, I know that name. I'm not surprised he's in here. And Blake Mills, what is he in for? Okay. Japanese Breakfast, Perfume Genius. Okay. All right. So there's a few people I'm surprised they're not here. I'm surprised we didn't see Pharrell for the Clips album. I'm surprised we didn't really see like Carter Lang, Andrew Watt, Jack Antonoff, and John Batiste as well. I kind of thought those were names I'd see here. But this is a nice little lineup. So, okay. Congrats to all the nominees.
Hi, it's Sabrina Carpenter. I'm so excited and incredibly honored.
Sabrina, you look gorgeous.
The nominees for the Grammys in the categories Pop Vocal Album and Pop Solo Performance. It was such an...
Okay, so Sabrina, why would they have you announce the categories that you're actually going to be nominated in? That is so weird to me. No shade. This is right not her doing, but like Grammys, why wouldn't y'all have her announce categories that she's not going to be nominated in? This is weird. I feel like this is the first time I've seen an artist announce categories where I'm sure they'll be nominated. That's weird. I don't know. Is that weird to y'all? I don't know. I just feel like that's weird. and kind of like unprofessional. I feel like cause y'all, it's not like she was like, oh, will she get nominated? We know she's getting nominated in these categories, so it's like, why would y'all not have someone else do the pop categories? That's weird. I don't know, whatever.
Honored to even be nominated in these categories amongst so many amazing artists: Beyonce, Taylor, Ariana,
Right.
Charlie, Chappell, Billy, and it was just such a dream come true to take them home as well. So
Period.
let's see who's in it to win it this year. And here are the nominees.
You. All right, I'm excited. Here go the pop
Nominees
categories.
for Best Pop Vocal Album.
Okay, best pop vocal album. I don't know how I feel about this category. I'm hoping my five are right. I have this feeling that Tate McRae might lose out on the nomination in the end, which won't be surprising, but it'll be unfortunate. But if Miley gets that spot, I'm not gonna be that mad at it. If someone else gets it, or if it's a completely different vibe, let's see what happens. But I'm excited. But all right, I know what Sabrina's getting. She's gonna get it. We know that. But all right, let's go.
Album are
Best pop vocal album.
Swag,
Justin Bieber,
Man's Best Friend,
Sabrina.
Something Beautiful,
Oh, Miley did get it with Something Beautiful. Wow. I thought they would snub her for this album, but when you listen to the album, it does make sense. It feels like a Grammy album. Although I really did think I thought they would snub her because it didn't make that much noise compared to her previous albums, but she got it in the end. Congrats, Miley.
Mayhem,
Gaga.
I've Tried Everything But Therapy,
Teddy Swims. So they snubbed Tate McRae. Damn. They snubbed my girl Tate. But, and you know what's interesting? I could have swore that Teddy Swims submitted his complete edition of his album, not part 2. I thought he submitted the complete edition. But I mean, part 2 is fine. But okay, Teddy Swims got in for I Try Everything But Therapy. I didn't expect that. I mean, it was definitely my alternatives. I didn't expect he would be the 5th slot, or I guess the 4th, I don't know. But I'm happy for him because this project is great. One thing about it, Teddy Swims, I'm happy for him that he was able to sneak in here because I don't like the narrative that Teddy Swims is Mr. Lose Control. Like, that is a monstrous song. But Teddy Swims makes so many other he has so many other great songs, and his projects are great as well. And I don't want him to be known as like a singles artist because he makes great projects. So I'm happy they got nominated for an entire project. Or I guess, part 2 of his album. But I really didn't think he would get in, but I'm happy for him. And I'm happy for Miley Cyrus as well, although I'm a little bit disappointed that Tate McRae couldn't squeeze in here. But I'm not that surprised because I think she, kind of unlike Teddy, I think she's someone that I'm not mad that she's not known as an albums artist yet. She really is more of a singles artist right now that just happens to make, albums that kind of coalesce around her single moments, which is not a bad thing. But I think when you're kind of in that space, it's hard for you to translate to getting album Grammy nominations, especially when in a year like this where it was kind of open, so I thought she could still get into that 5th spot, but I'm not surprised she didn't. But this is still a great 5. Obviously, I love Justin Bieber. I personally want to put Swag in here, but I knew it was going to be in here. Sabrina and Gaga definitely should have been in here. Happy for Miley, happy for Teddy. And yeah, this could have gone a lot of different ways, and this is how it went. Interesting lineup. I'm not mad at it, but yeah. All right.
Best Pop Solo Performance. The nominees are
Okay, Best Pop Solo Performance. Let's see if I did.
Daisies,
Justin Bieber.
Manchild,
Yep.
Disease,
Oh shit! Gaga got it with Disease. Wow. I mean, I definitely had her as an alternative, but I'm surprised Disease got in at the end of the day because that song came and went. A great song, I love it, but I'm surprised Disease got in though. Over, well, let's see what the last 2 spots. Okay.
The Subway,
The Subway got in.
Messy,
And Messy by Lola Young. You know what's so funny? Oh my God. So they snubbed Billie Eilish and Raven Lenae. And then who else was in my other spot for pop solo performance? It was and Alex Warren. I'm really surprised that so you know what, this lineup makes a lot of sense, but at the same time I'm surprised they snubbed Billie and Alex Warren. I'm really surprised by that. But I have a feeling that maybe they'll get their vindication in the general categories and they took their L here. Whereas maybe Messy by Lola Young and The Subway by Chaperone probably won't get into the general fields and they got their due here instead, which could make sense. Because the pop songs this year were really battling for who would get the general field versus this category or both. And it looks like I'm assuming maybe Man Child, I think, might be the only song in this category that might get the general field, as well as the Subway pop, possibly, which is interesting. I think we usually have a lot more songs that end up making it to the general categories, but I have a feeling that only Man Child and the Subway will make it into the general field. I could be wrong, but let's see. Whereas I'm assuming Billie Eilish, because I have a hard time seeing her getting snubbed for Wildflower, so maybe she gets into the general field, but she missed out here. And then Alex Warren, same thing. I can see him being in, record and the song of the year, but missing here. And which I'm not that I am surprised Alex Warren missed here. I thought he would definitely be a shoo-in for this category. He had one of the biggest pop solo records of the year, if not the biggest. So I'm surprised he didn't make it here. But maybe he just missed out so they could squeeze other people in, like Lola Young, Disease. I'm really surprised Disease got in here, but I love that song, so I'm not mad at it. And I really didn't think Messi would make it into the general field or this category, but I'm happy he got in somewhere because Messi's a great song. And I'm happy for Lola Young. Congrats, sis. And the Subway, I didn't think would make it in here, although I thought it would make it to the general field, but I'm glad it did make it in here because it's a great record. Although I do feel bad. I don't feel bad for Alex Warren or Billy, but I do feel bad for Raven Lenae. I'm not surprised Love Me Not missed out in this category, but I really feel like she deserves a nomination here, especially since I don't think she'll make it to the general field. I was hoping she'd make it in here. Hopefully she gets Best New Artist, at least. But yeah, I'm starting to see some Raven Lenae snubbage happening, which I don't like already, but I'm not surprised by it, but it's unfortunate. But other than that, this is a cool category, so.
For Best Rock Album,
Best
the
Rock
nominees
Album.
are Private Music, I Quit,
Come on, Haim.
From Zero,
Linkin Park.
Never Enough,
Turnstile.
Idols,
Youngblood. Okay, shout out to Youngblood. Okay.
Hello, my name is Chapel
Come on,
Roan.
Chapel,
I
you look
won
cute.
the Best New Artist Award last year at the Grammys. My advice to the Best New Artist would be do what feels right. Good art always rises. Don't worry about the momentum. Do what feels good and right. And the Best New Artist nominees are...
I'm nervous, y'all. Best New Artist, but I'm excited. Let's see who got it.
The nominees for Best New Artist are Olivia Dean,
Olivia Dean, period.
Cat's Eye, The Maria,
Cat's Eye. Wow. Okay, Cat's Eye. I mean, it makes sense, though. They have a story. The Marias, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Addison Rae,
Addison. Y'all gonna chew me up over Addison Rae. Y'all gonna chew me up. Y'all be like, Brian, we told you Addison Rae was getting it. We told you. All right. Okay. She was in my alternatives. Relax. I didn't really see if Addison Rae like that. Mind you, I like her music. I just didn't see her getting in at the end of the day, but I guess I was wrong, and that's okay. Congrats to Addison. Happy for her. That's amazing. Somber. There we go.
Leon Thomas,
Waving a flag for R&B. Let's go. I know that's right. Congrats, Somber.
Alex Warren,
Yep.
Lola Young,
And Lola Young. Okay. So this lineup is damn near the lineup we all thought it was going to be. The only disappointing snub I'm seeing, obviously, is Raven Lenae, who I think looks like Cat's Eye took her spot. And then Addison Rae kind of took, I guess, the spot that I thought was going to go to Big X the Plug, which is not disappointing to me that Big X the Plug didn't make it in. I thought it was a cool prediction that I thought I was on to, but I'm not surprised he missed out. I think he can still get nominations in other categories, but I really thought, I was hoping for it, and I really thought it would be cool if he would have got the nomination here, but I'm not surprised he missed out. So this is one of those rare years where it feels like we have no rap love, or I guess rap representation in the Best New Artist field, which is fine. And not surprising because this wasn't the strongest year for rap anyway, so I'm not surprised we didn't have somebody here. But this lineup is pretty cool. I'm really surprised by Cat's Eye. To me, they're like the left field pick that I felt like always ends up happening every year anyway. So even though I definitely thought they could be here, they were in my alternatives. I never thought Cat's Eye would make it in the end. But I'm happy for them. I don't know much about them, although I know that they were, kind of created in a really interesting way that was documented, with a few documentaries and shows I think that are on Netflix. I've not watched them yet. I think it's called Pop Star Academy. But I know how they were formed is really interesting, and I know they have a really interesting story. So, and their music is really good. I love Gabriella. So, and it feels like their music will continue to be great. So I'm not surprised. I'm very happy for them. I am surprised, but I'm very happy for them. Addison Rae, I'm not surprised by, but I didn't think she would make it in, but I'm happy for her. Everyone else, I pretty much was, pretty much a lock for me. So yeah, I'm happy for everybody else as well. This is a great lineup. I really want to highlight in particular, in my eyes, the people who feel like they are on the cusp of having amazing careers when it's all said and done, like decades from now. My picks would be on Olivia Dean. Love you down, girl. I love you down. Your music is amazing. Olivia Dean, mwah, you're everything. Sombra's teetering for me on that, but he's knocking there. And I think Leon Thomas and Lola Young. To me, those three in particular, Olivia Dean, Leon Thomas, and Lola Young, I would count on being the artists that will be legendary like years, decades from now. Everyone else I think also has potential, but those three in particular, I'm really happy and most proud of being a part of this class of Best New Artists. Sombra, I think, is a great inclusion. I think he also could be there as well. Alex Warren, I'm not sure about him, but he's having a great moment, so congrats to him. The Marias, I don't know their music like that, but they also, I think, could be in that same group of being legendary. They definitely deserve the nomination for now. We'll see how the future pans out. Cat's Eye, they're a group, and groups are having the best, best of luck right now in the music industry, unless you're a K-pop group. So we'll see how their career pans out. So they also could have a great future as well, but groups are more fleeting in today's musical climate. And then Addison Rae, I think she also has great potential. We'll see how far it goes. I'm just really disappointed that Raven Lenae couldn't make it here. I'm not that mad about Big X the Plug, but Raven Lenae I thought should really have been included here. I'm mad she's not, but not surprising. It seems like for some reason the industry has a hard time getting with the Raven Lenae train, even though I feel like she has so much potential. And she's also a great artist because I feel like she kind of appeases to like the R&B and pop audience at the same time. So I'm really surprised she wasn't able to pull enough votes here, but it is what it is, man.
Hey everyone, it's your Swan Princess Doechii.
Doechii, you look gorgeous,
I'm honored
sis.
to announce the nominees in R&B, rap, and spoken word poetry.
Let's go!
I personally got my start on YouTube, writing lyrics and posting music from my bedroom in Tampa, Florida. So
another artist is probably gonna announce her own nomination at some point. That is weird. Why are we doing it like that? I don't like that. Let's not do that.
Nominated for 3 Grammys last year and taking home Best Rap Album
Period.
was the craziest dream to come true for me.
Period.
And it proved to me that anything is possible when you put your heart into it. And I'm so proud to be an example for other young women who look like me and are chasing their wildest dreams. All right, here are the nominees.
The nominees for Best Rap Album.
All right, Best Rap Album. I'm excited to see how this one turned out. Did I go 5 for 5, or is someone else taking Big X the Plug spot? Or is it a completely different 5? Let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Clips, period.
Glorious.
Glorilla got it! Yes! I would have been... Because they could have easily snubbed Glorilla. I'm glad a woman is in the lineup this year. I'm glad it's Glorilla. She should have been a shoe in here, and I'm glad she's in. Glorious is a great album, and I'm glad she got in. Yes. Let's go.
God Does Like Ugly.
JID. God Does Like Ugly. Wow. I'm having a moment with JID because I love God Does Like Ugly. But it's also it's bittersweet because one, I didn't expect him to get into the final 5 for real. And I feel like now he's either taking up Big X the Plug spot or maybe Chromacopia, or and also while I'm happy he got the nomination for this album, I feel like he really more so deserves a nomination for his last album, which he missed out on, which was not surprising because that was also another tough year for the rap album category. But man, I'm glad he got a nomination at least. I think this is his first solo nomination, I believe. Definitely his first rap album nomination song. So I'm happy for him for it, and it's for a great project. Although his last album to me, I wish was the album that was nominated, but we'll take it. His album is great. I really didn't think he'll be here, but I'm so happy for him. Congrats, JID. Damn, I love that.
GNX.
Kendrick, come on.
Chromacopia.
And Chromacopia. Okay, so I was close, but instead of Big X the Plug, it was JID. Okay, I wonder if JID will show up in the other categories too, like melodic rap or performance or song. I didn't expect JID, but I'm happy for him. Oh wow! But other than that, I went 4 for 5. There we go. This is a pretty predictable category. It was that 5th spot that was up for grabs, and JID took it. I thought it would give it to Big X the Plug or maybe Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper would have been my pick, but I'm happy for JID. Great album though. Wow, he finally got a solo rap album nomination. I'm happy for JID. He deserves it.
The best R&B album nominees are
Best R&B album. I'm excited. Let's see who got in. All right, let's see how I did.
Beloved,
Giveon.
Why Not More,
Coco. There we go.
The Crown,
Lettucey did get it with The Crown. Oh, I'm happy for her. I'm mad I didn't predict her because I thought they'd go to Leon Bridges. But he probably not. Let's see what happens. But I'm happy Lettucey got in. The Crown is a great album. She did that. Oh, congrats, Lettucey.
Escape Room,
Tiana Taylor got it with Escape Room. Wow, you know what's funny? I said that I wish Tiana had submitted to a progressive R&B album instead. But I was like, you know what? She could still get into R&B album anyways, and she did. I didn't predict her, but I'm happy she did get in. I'm surprised she got in. I'm not surprised she got in, but I just really didn't think she would get in over Leon Bridges or Lettucey. But I guess they did put in Lettucey, so I'm assuming either Leon Thomas is not gonna make it or Mariah the Scientist is not gonna make it now. And both of those scenarios are making me sad. I don't know who's gonna make that final spot. I'm assuming it'll be Leon Thomas. That means Mariah missed. Let's see if I'm right about that.
Mutt,
And Leon Thomas got it from Mutt. Congrats, Leon Thomas. Yes. So that means Mariah the Scientist didn't get in, which is surprising to me because I really thought her album was somewhat of a shoo-in for this category. She had one of the biggest and best albums of the year, to be honest, in R&B. And, you know, it's funny. I don't know. Maybe the Grammys are just looking at Mariah as just Mrs. Burning Blue for now. But at the same time, she's having some other songs take off from her album besides Burning Blue. Is It a Crime is taking off. Sacrifice is having a little bit of a moment. You know, so just overall, Heart Sold Separately was one of the best-selling and most acclaimed R&B albums of this year. So I'm really surprised it didn't make it to the final 5 here. I'm really surprised by that. But I'm happy for Lettucey and Tiana Taylor. I really didn't think both of them would make the final 5 in lieu of Mariah the Scientist and Leon Bridges, who also I just realized Leon Bridges has now for the first time missed this category, which I thought was definitely a possibility, but I predicted against it because he's always been nominated for all of his albums. But eventually there's always a time where things like this happen where Leon Bridges finally missed an album nomination, and I'm not surprised it was this album because this album really did have the least amount of fanfare around it, even though it was a beautiful album. Like, Leon Bridges really did deserve a nomination for his album, but I'm not surprised he missed out in the end because his album really came and went. I think a lot of people forgot about it, which is not surprising, but it's unfortunate because his album was great. But I'm not surprised he missed, but I'm sad he missed. But I am surprised Mariah the Scientist missed. I really am. But I'm happy for Giveon, Coco Jones, Lettuce. I'm happy for everybody here. This is a great lineup. I'm really surprised Mariah didn't make it to the final 5. But this is a great lineup. Really a good lineup. I'm happy for everybody. Wow. Okay.
for Best Spoken Word Poetry Album.
Best Spoken Word Poetry Album.
A Hurricane in Heels. Healed People Don't Act Like That. Partially recorded live at City Winery and other places. Black Shaman.
Okay.
Pages.
Omari Hardwick and
Saul
Anthony Hamilton.
Williams meets Carlos Nino and friends at Tree People. Words for Days,
Mad
Volume
Skills.
1.
Okay. I know who Mad Skills is. Shout out to him. Omari Hardwick and Anthony Hamilton got nominated for their album, Pages. Nice. I haven't heard it, but shout out to them. I didn't know they made a project together for spoken word. Love that for them. I think Omari Hardwick was in the first class of nominees for that category too.
For Best Musical Theater Album,
Best
the
Musical
nominees
Theater
are
Album.
Buena Vista Social Club,
Okay.
Death Becomes Her,
Death Becomes Her. Love that for them. Is Michelle Williams nominated? Yes, Michelle Williams. Congrats, sis. Congrats to the Death Becomes Her crew. Love that for them.
Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending.
Okay. Was Nicole Scherzinger a part of Gypsy? Was that the one she was a part of? I can't remember. No, she was a part of something else. So I guess they didn't get nominated. What was her musical that she was in? I can't remember, but I don't think Nicole Scherzinger's crew got in. But okay, shout out to all the nominees.
So it's an honor to present the nominees for Best Traditional Country Music Album and Best Contemporary Country Music Album.
And if you're wondering whether you heard that right or not, you did. Because this year the Academy voted to expand how it celebrates all of the sounds and styles of country music.
Which means even more artists will get a chance at some Grammy Gold and still be honoring their country music roots.
Here are the nominees.
Shout out to Beyonce. We love you,
For
girl.
Best Traditional Country Album.
Best Traditional
the
Country
nominees
Album.
are Dollar a Day, American Romance,
Okay.
Oh What a Beautiful World,
Willie Nelson.
Hard-Headed Woman,
Margot Price.
Ain't In It for My Health.
Zach Top. Okay.
The Best Contemporary Country Album nominees are
Best Contemporary Country Album.
Patterns,
Kelsey Ballerini. I knew she would get him.
Snipe Hunter,
Tyler Childers. Okay.
Evangeline versus the
Church.
Machine,
Okay.
Beautifully Broken,
Jelly Roll. I knew he would get in. Shout out to him.
Postcards from Texas,
And Miranda Lambert. Okay.
Hello, it's Sam Smith.
What's up, Sam Smith?
Writing a song is such an honest and vulnerable process. Receiving an honor as highest song of the year after putting your heart
All right,
and
y'all.
soul
Song
on
of the year.
line
Let's
is
get
an
it.
amazing feeling, one that will stay with me forever. Yeah. And
Oh, I like how I did that one that will stay with me forever. All right, Sam. All right, here we go. Song of the year.
For Song of the Year, the nominees are Abracadabra,
Charlotte Gaga.
Anxiety,
Anxiety got in. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay, Anxiety got in. I really didn't think it would get in Song of the Year, but it did. Apata.
Ate,
Wow.
Debí Tirar Más Fotos,
Wow. Debbie Tira Mas Fotos got into Song of the Year. Wow.
Golden from K-Pop Demon
Golden. I predicted it. Yes.
Hunters, Luther,
Luther.
Man-Child,
Man Child.
Wildflower,
And Wildflower by Billy. Okay, so no, the Subway. So the Subway missed out on Song of the Year. We got into Best Pop Solo. Interesting. Okay. Wow. I'm really surprised by how Song of the Year went, because a lot of songs I thought would make it into only Record of the Year, not Song of the Year, like Anxiety, Debbie Tira Mas Fotos. They got into Song of the Year. Apata, I thought Apata would just be Record of the Year, not Song of the Year. But it got into Song of the Year, which I don't know if I'm a fan of that, but it's cool because I love that song. I think it's better as just Record of the Year, not Song of the Year. But I think the problem with Record Song of the Year is I think a lot of times, I think people who probably mean to vote it in one category, just either they vote for it in the other category, not thinking about, which one's record and song, or they just put it in both categories knowing damn well they more so love the performance of it more than the lyrics, but they'll just vote for it in either category. I think that tends to happen a lot for a lot of voters, which is not surprising, because I just don't think Apata and, mainly Apata, I don't think it should be in Song of the Year. To me, it's not that skillful of a song, but it's a great record. It's a good, should be a shooting for Record of the Year. I'm not hating. I'm just being, this is my opinion. But yeah, okay. So, an interesting 8. Shout out to Debbie Tira Mas Fotos. I definitely thought that could have been a Song of the Year, but I thought the language barrier would stop a lot of people from voting for it. But I'm glad I was wrong, because that's an amazing sign of where the industry is going. That an all Spanish song made it into Song of the Year, and it's a great song too. I love what Bad Bunny's talking about in that song. It's a really well structured song, so I'm happy he made it into Song of the Year, even though I didn't predict it. Golden got in like I thought. Luther got in. Wildflower got in. Man-Child got in. So I think I did 4 or 5 out of it. Abracadabra I knew would get in, so I got 5 out of 8. So I'm not mad. I'm surprised they didn't give love to Elton John and Brendan Carlisle for their song. But I'm surprised they didn't give love to Alex Warren's Ordinary. Alex Warren is being snubbed across the board, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because I'm not the biggest fan of him in that song. I'm not mad at it, but I am surprised because Ordinary feels like a Grammy song. Like that feels like Pop Solo Song of the Year, and he's missed out on. Maybe he'll get Record of the Year. He did get Best New Artist. We got. You know what's funny? Alex Warren is the Benson Boone of this year. This big song with this big vocal, this dramatic song of the ages that like defines the year. But for some reason, the song isn't able to muster up any nominations anywhere. But the artist gets a Best New Artist nomination to kind of like appease that, to appease his debut at the Grammys. That's what happened with Benson Boone and Teddy Swims last year. Their songs missed out completely, stumped across the board, but they both got the Best New Artist nomination, and were able to get a moment by performing at the Grammys as Best New Artist with their amazing songs, and are probably gonna continue to get follow-up nominations in coming years, as we've seen with Teddy Swims. And now we're seeing the same thing happen with Alex Warren. Ordinary is missing out in all categories where I thought it would be a shoo-in, but he at least did get Best New Artist. So that's interesting that that's happening with a lot of male pop stars of today. They're missing out on their first years of the Grammys with their song nominations, but they still get Best New Artist, which is so interesting. I wonder if there's a thing to that. But okay, Song of the Year is interesting. I think I did 5 out of 8.
For Best Gospel Performance Song, the nominees are Do It Again,
Kirk Franklin,
Church,
Come on, Tasha Leonard and John
Live,
Legend. Come on, Jonathan McReynolds and Jamal Roberts. Oh, Jamal Roberts got nominated for a Grammy already. Congratulations to him. Wow. Amen. But okay, amen.
Come, Jesus, Come.
And CeCe Winans. Congrats, sis. And Shirley Caesar. Amen. Okay, that's a cute 5.
For Best Musica Urbana Album, the nominees are Debí Tirar Más Fotos,
Bad Bunny, he gonna win it.
Mixtape,
J Balvin,
Verso, Volumen
Faye.
10,
Okay.
Sagrado, Nike,
Okay, Nicki
El
Nicole.
Último Baile,
Trueno.
Deluxe,
So no.
Sinfónico,
6.
En Vivo.
Yeah, okay, we got 6 nominations. I think this is where Raul Alejandro submitted his album, I think. Oh, did he submit it to Latin Pop album? I thought he submitted it here. So it looks like they snubbed Raul Alejandro, which I'm surprised by. But congrats to all the nominees. Bad Bunny's taking that for sure.
The Best Música Mexicana Album, including Tejano nominees are
Okay, Best Mexican Albums.
Mala Mía, Y Lo Que Viene,
Okay.
Sin Rodeos,
I recognize all these names. Fuerza Regida, Grupo Frontera, I recognize them.
Palabra de Tos,
Karen
Seca,
Leon, okay.
Bobby Pulido and Friends,
Bobby Pulido.
Una Tuya y Una Mía, Por
Okay.
la Puerta Grande, En Vivo.
Congrats to the nominees.
Hello, I am Angelique Kidjo. I received my first Grammy nomination in 1995. Since then, I have been proud to witness and contribute to the growth of the Recording Academy as a global organization. I believe that this category, Best African Music Performance, now in its 3rd year, is proof of the Academy's commitment to listening and adjusting to the global music scene. I am excited to see the talented artists that will be nominated today. And now, here are the nominees.
I'm excited to got to the final 5 for Best African Music Performance. Let's go. I'm so excited.
For Best African Music Performance, the nominees are
All right, let's see.
Love,
Okay.
With You,
Hey.
Hope and Love,
Okay.
Gimme Dat,
Hey.
Push to Start,
Hey. Okay. I'm so happy about. Okay. Tyler got it with Push to Start. Let's go. Out of Style. Wizkid got it with Give Me That. Hey. Love that for them. Burna Boy got it with Love, as I predicted. So and Davido and Omale got it with You. So I went 4 for 5. The only thing I'm really sad about is that Rema has missed out again in this category with Baby Is It a Crime. Rema was like he wasn't snubbed. He was shafted the first year this category happened. He should have low-key won, or at least been nominated for Calm Down. But because of technicalities, he couldn't submit Calm Down that first year of this category. And now the Grammys had they had an opportunity to make it right, by at least giving him a nomination for Baby Is It a Crime. And y'all still didn't nominate him. Why? What is it with Rema in this category? It's like he had such bad luck getting to this category. But yeah, he got in to get a Blessed Gold Music Album last year. So he's been nominated, but he can't get into this category for his life. But I'm happy for Eddie Kenzo and Miran Matson with Hope and Love. I don't know that song. I'm going to check it out. But shout out to them. I can't wait to hear that song. But I went 4 for 5. So not bad. But I feel bad for Rema. Why they keep snubbing Rema, man? I was hoping Rema would make it in here. I'm really sad about that. But it's okay. I went 4 for 5. Congrats to everybody else, though. I'm excited for y'all.
Hello, it's John Baptiste here, and I'm overjoyed to present the nominees for Song for Visual Media and Music Film.
Let's go.
I was the honored recipient of both awards last year for a film that chronicled my journey after being nominated for 11 Grammys in 2021, And it was a full circle moment or true divine moment to win for the song and the film. And this year is going to be a cherished moment for the following nominees.
The best song written for visual media nominees are...
All right, here we go.
As Alive as You Need Me to Be from Tron Aries.
Okay. Trent Reznor, Agus Ross.
From K-pop
Golden, we love that. Shout out to the Huntress crew.
And Hunters. I Lied to You from Sinners.
Oh, nice. Oh, Ludwig and Raphael Sadiq for I Lied to You from Sinners. I love that. Congrats to both men. Amazing.
Never Too Late.
That's the song that Miles, what's his name? Miles Catton sung in the movie. Never Too Late.
John,
okay.
Never Too Late.
Elton John and Brandy Carlisle. Shout out to y'all.
Pale Moon from Sinners.
Oh, and Pale Moon from Sinners. Okay, that's the song that Brittany Howard sung. And Ludwig got nominated as well. Shout out to them. And shout out to the K-pop Demon Hunters nomination. The Tron Aries song, that's amazing. 2 Sinner songs, amen. Never Too Late, shout out to Elton John and Brandy Carlisle, a great 5. But I am shocked that we do not have one song from Emilia Perez here. I'm not mad. I don't really feel I'm indifferent. But especially after El Mal just won the Oscar, and I believe Mi Camino was nominated as well. I at least thought El Mal would be here as a nomination. I'm really shocked that none of the Emilia Perez songs are here. I'm really shocked by that. Really shocked by that. One of them just won the Oscar. That's really crazy, but all right. You know what? Actually, it's not that surprising. Because it seems like right after Emilia Perez won all its Oscars, which I guess, it won only those 2. But after it won a couple Oscars, I think after all the drama we know, people were off of that movie. And understandably so, but I didn't think it would affect the love for the songs. But I guess after the Oscars, people really hated that movie even more. So I guess I'm not surprised it showed up in no nominations in the Grammys the following year. But I thought they would still get in, but I guess we're seeing the effect of all that drama with that movie. Damn. But congrats
from Sinners.
Oh my God, we got 3 Sinner songs. My bad, we got 3. So we got 6 nominations in this category. Okay. And we got Sinners from Sinners. Okay, wow. That's crazy. Wow. That's the song that Rod Wave did. Interesting. Wait, so I think Rod Wave got nominated for this category. Wow. Okay, shout out to Rod Wave after he just got arrested. That rapper's getting arrested then being nominated for Grammys like the week afterwards. I'm crying. Oh my God. Congrats to Rod Wave though, from off that Sinners soundtrack. That is so random. But I mean, okay. Sinners got 3 nominations in this category. I love that. Come on, Sinners. I know that's right. Wow.
For Best Music Film.
Best Music Film.
Are...
Come on, I'm pulling for Questlove for Sly Lives. Let's go.
Devo. Live at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh, Ray got it with Live at the Royal Albert Hall. Oh, congrats, Ray. Oh, I'm so happy for you, babes. That's amazing. Oh.
Relentless.
Diane Warren. Did she get nominated? No, she doesn't get nominated, but one of her movies did. Relentless. Okay, nice.
Music by John Williams.
Okay.
Piece by Piece.
And then Pharrell's movie Piece by Piece got in. I love that for him. That's amazing. Oh, shout out to Pharrell. I'm glad he got in somewhere because he deserved to get in for Producer of the Year. So at least I'm glad he got in somewhere. But Sly Lives, The Burden of Black Genius did not get in. That's really disappointing. Well, Questlove already won this category a couple years ago, for the Summer of Soul, so it's fine. But he deserved another nomination for the Sly Stone film. That was a great film. I'm really mad it's not here. Like, okay, but all right, y'all. Record of the year. Let's go.
Record of the Year, the nominees are.
Okay.
Debí tirar más fotos.
Come on, Bad Bunny. Yes.
Manchild. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yep.
Anxiety. Doechii.
Come on, Doechii. Congrats. Wildflower.
Billie
2 for 2.
Eilish. Abracadabra.
Let's
Lady
go.
Gaga. Luther. Kendrick Lamar with SZA. The Subway. Apate. Rosé. Bruno Mars.
Okay. So that's so interesting. The Subway got in for Record of the Year, but not Song of the Year. You know what? I think this proves my theory, and let me know what y'all think about this. I'm starting to kind of feel less and less invested in where songs end up between Record and Song of the Year. when they are shoo-ins for the general fields. Because even though I usually want to do things a little bit differently because I know the difference between record and song of the year. And I'm not trying to throw shade to like music industry professionals and voters, but I genuinely think that a lot of people don't think about the difference between record and song of the year when they're casting their votes in these categories. I think a lot of people just put, like, if they love The Subway by Chaperone, they're just gonna vote for it in both categories and not think about the difference. Or a lot of times maybe they might confuse the record and song of the year and think that like record of the year is the one that's highlighting songwriting, whereas song of the year is more so highlighting like the performance. And I think they confuse it because it doesn't make sense to me why more music industry voters decided to allocate and vote enough to put The Subway in record of the year, but not in song of the year. I think the brilliance of The Subway is more so a great performance by Chaperone for sure. But if it was gonna get one category between record and song of the year, like I had predicted with my predictions, to me it made more sense for it to be in song of the year because it's a much more iconic like showcase of songwriting, more so than the performance and the production of the song, which is, you know, very good. But to me, the magic of that song is in the beautiful lyrics of the song. So if it was going to be in one category instead of both, to me it should have been in song of the year, not record of the year. I'm not mad that it's record of the year. I'm happy for it. It's a great song. But it feels like this to me shows that a lot of people aren't thinking about the difference between record and song of the year that much. And they're probably just voting for the same song in both categories and not thinking about it. Or they're confusing things if they're going to put it in one category over the other. Because a lot of times songs that to me should be more so in record of the year end up only in song of the year and vice versa. I feel like I've seen that a lot over the years, and it's making me feel like that's the reason why. So I'm gonna start feeling less indebted into being invested in who got into record versus song, because a lot of times, as we've seen, most of these songs show up in both categories. I think Abracadabra, Wildflower, Luther, Apata, Anxiety, Man Child. So I think 6 of the 8 showed up in both categories, so that's fine. And then I think it's Song of the Year. Oh yeah, and Debbie Tira Mas Photos I think showed up in both. So actually 7 of the 8 I think showed up in both categories. The only difference I think was the Subway showed up in Record of the Year and Golden showed up in Song of the Year, which is interesting. But I think 7 of the 8 showed up in both categories, which is a little boring. But in a year like this year where there was not a lot going on, I'm not surprised that 7 of the 8 showed up in both categories. But I wish it had been a little bit more exciting, but it's fine. But yeah, man, okay, so that's Record of the Year. So I think I went 7 for 8, I think. Yeah, I think I did better in Record of the Year. The only one I got wrong was Ordinary. And instead of Ordinary, we got The Subway. So yeah, wow. Alex Warren got snubbed across the board for for Ordinary, which is really interesting. I'm not mad, but I'm surprised. Okay, but Chapel got into Record of the Year with Subway. I'm happy for her. Album of the Year. I'm excited to see how this turned out.
For Album of the Year, the nominees are Debí Tirar Más Fotos.
Bad Bunny, congrats.
Bad Bunny. Swag, Justin Bieber.
Really, y'all? Swag by Justin Bieber and Album of the Year. You see, here, all right. You know what? I don't want to go on a tantrum and I don't want to go on a whole tirade. I don't want to, speak an entire essay about why this is so wrong. But I'll just say, listen, the industry, I know I love Justin Bieber too. We all love Justin Bieber. And for me, this gives thirst to give Justin Bieber some general field nominations. Because I think he missed out for Daisies and Record and Song of the Year as he should have, but I'm not surprised he did. And it was very easy to give him this Album of the Year nomination. It was very easy, and I'm not surprised they did. But let's be real, y'all. Swag and Album of the Year. I think it's just because Justin Bieber feels like, he's one of the biggest artists of our time. So every time he drops a project, I feel like there's this thirst to like ensure that he's given love in the general field somewhere, especially since he's had past projects where that didn't happen with the Changes album, as it shouldn't have. I think with Justice, I think he got into Album of the Year, as he should have, But it's also like it makes me mad that he got in here when we just gave him an album of the year nomination for his last album that was more deserving of it. Justice was a better album, I think, that deserved that spot. Swag is Swag is swag. Like, it's cool. It's a cute project, but like, album of the year, I'm not even hating. Like, I love Justin Bieber, and the project is cool. But as a whole, it has some cute songs on it. But as a whole, y'all mustered up enough votes to get it to album of the year. Over all of the albums that have dropped this year, like that, this is really shameful. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but this is kind of shameful. Like, but congrats Justin Bieber. It is what it is. If anything, Swag was one of the moments of this year in pop music / R&B music, but I just don't think the quality of the album deserved this nomination. But in terms of documenting this year, this nomination does make sense in a way, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But if we're talking musical quality, this album took up a coveted spot that I don't think it should be taking up. But let's move on.
Man's Best Friend,
Sabrina Carpenter. Congrats. 2 for 2.
Let God sort him out.
That was a busy week because I think, Justin Bieber, Swag, and Let God Sort Him Out dropped the same week. That was a busy week for Album of the Year nominations. Man, shout out to Clips, man. I didn't think they would make it in, but I'm happy for them. I thought they would just be a rap album. I didn't think they would make it to Album of the Year, but that's amazing. Shout out Clips. They deserve it. One of the best albums of the year. This is an album that deserves Album of the Year, even though it didn't have as much fanfare around it like a Swag. But Let God Sort Him Out deserves Album of the Year. That deserves a nomination. Rap excellence. An amazing project. Wow. Congratulations to Pharrell, Clips, everybody involved. Great project, man. Wow. I didn't think they'd get Album of the Year, but I love that for them. Amazing.
Clips, Pusha T.
I'm mad I didn't predict it, but it's okay.
Mayhem.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Congrats, sis.
GNX.
Kendrick
Lamar.
period.
Mutt.
Leon Thomas with mine. Oh shit! I'm mad I didn't predict it. But you know what's funny? I said it. I was like, listen, we always had to have at least one R&B album in the mix, and I'm mad I didn't predict this shit. No. John Batiste was my pick because I thought John Batiste just made more sense. He's more of the Grammy darling. He's had more history in this category. Leon Thomas, I thought, was the other person that could be it if it wasn't gonna be John Batiste. And I should have predicted Leon Thomas because I have a feeling Leon is going to have a great year. So I should have predicted it. But I just didn't think as an album people loved as much as the song. But then again, this is not a general public voting system because I think a lot of people in the GP, like general music lovers, aren't into the album as much as they're into the song Mutt. But I think people who are industry people who have actually heard this album know how great the entire album is, not just the song Mutt. So I'm happy they got the nomination. That's amazing. Shout out to all the producers. Shout out to Leon Thomas and his team. That is amazing. I'm so happy for him. Wow, Mutt Album of the Year. That's amazing. And I'm glad we have some actual R&B presence in Album of the Year. And I'm glad Leon Thomas is waving the flag. Let's go. He is the he's the golden child for R&B this year. So I'm glad he made it in. I thought they might just ignore R&B this year or make John Batiste a representative for R&B, even though his album was more so like Americana. But man, that's amazing. I'm sorry for Leon Thomas, man. That's crazy. Wow. Congrats, man. That's amazing.
Leon Thomas. Chromacopia.
And Tyler Creator. We got 3 rap albums in the Album of the Year. Tyler Creator. And Chromacopia.
Tyler the Creator.
That's amazing. I didn't think Tyler. I thought if anything, once I saw the clips, I said, okay, maybe they snubbed Tyler. Once I saw clips, but we got Clips, Kendrick, and Tyler Creator in Album of the Year. You know what's funny? 2025 was kind of a weak year for rap, but not. It's one of those years where it felt like a weak year at several points in the year. But when you look back, like, this year was actually a really insane year for rap, especially if we include, the end of 2024. Glorilla, Kendrick, Clips, Chance the Rapper, Big X the Plug, so many other people I can name. Like, this really was a great year. Tyler Creator, like, the Clips. This was a great year for rap music. And I think the problem with this year is this year was I think it was one of the worst years we've ever had for hits for rap, if that makes sense. Like, this year wasn't a year where we really had like a lot of like memorable, iconic, like, just like chart topping hits. Like, I think it was kind of a dry year for hip hop hits. But in terms of like albums, like just good music being made, albums being made, this was a highlight year for like rap albums. And I think it's so beautiful to me that we had three rap albums in Album of the Year to really symbolize how powerful of a year this was for rap music. We had, I think this is the first time we've ever had 3 rap albums in Album of the Year. And mind you, compared to past years where we used to have 5, we now have 8 slots. But still, this is an amazing piece of history that I believe is being made right before our eyes. That's amazing. And it's really a testament to how strong of a year this was for rap albums. Again, in turn, I think this was a weak year for rap songs. Not in terms of the quality of rap songs, but I think we didn't have that many going out like that. And I think I don't think it was a quality issue. I just think we didn't have that many rap songs that became hits this year. But albums were flying left to right. It feels like every month we had at least 2 iconic rap albums dropping this year. So yeah, and it showed up here with 3 albums in Album. That's amazing. And we got Leon Thompson here, and we got expected, shoo-ins like Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter. That's I really am in love with this lineup. Like, I really am. This is a great lineup for Album of the Year. And we got Bad Bunny here with Tira Mas Fotos. The only thing I don't like in this lineup, as y'all know, is obviously Justin Bieber. I hate that Justin Bieber's in here, but other than that, this is a great lineup. And I am surprised we didn't get The Weeknd in here. Oh, I just realized I forgot to mention The Weeknd. The Weeknd is also the other album that I completely forgot to talk about in Best Pop Vocal Album. I just realized that they have, unless he's in the rap categories, they have completely snubbed The Weeknd from Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album, which is not that surprising because this album kind of did come and go compared to his past, albums. But I still thought they would give him a bone, especially after all the beef with After Hours. I thought they was even Hurry Up Tomorrow was not a bad album, but it really is an album that just kind of it didn't have as much impact throughout the year like his other albums did. So I'm not surprised he lost these nominations, but at least I thought between Album of the Year or Pop Vocal Album, if not both, I thought he would at least get a nomination in one of these categories, just to kind of end the narrative that the Grammys don't rock with The Weeknd, that they got an issue with him, that they are intentionally snubbing him. Again, no one is owed nominations. No one's deserved, no one's owed anything. But we know how political and how optics are such a big part of these things, and I really just am surprised that they still decided to completely snub, at least with album nominations. Maybe he'll get it with Timeless or something else, but at least for his album was really good. It was up to quality of past Weeknd albums. It didn't have as much fanfare around it like his past albums did. It didn't make as much impact, but the quality of his album was still really good. So I'm surprised they still stumped it for Album of the Year and Pop Vocal Album. But like I said, maybe this is also what he gets. Because I could be wrong. I've not seen that category yet, Best Progressive R&B Album. But I feel like The Weeknd should have submitted his album to Best Progressive R&B Album. That category is way less crowded. And I feel like it also fit that category better than Best Pop Vocal Album. And he probably would have had a better shot to get in. Album of the Year is very dicey in general, so I'm not mad he didn't get into Album of the Year. But now I'm assuming The Weeknd and his team wish they submitted his album to Best Progressive R&B Album, because there was a good chance, even though I think a lot of people thought he was a shoo-in for Best Pop Vocal Album just because he's The Weeknd, he still missed. Whereas if he had submitted to Best Progressive R&B Album, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have missed in that category. And I feel like it fit better in that category anyways. So he kind of effed himself on that one. But maybe he'll still get it with Timeless and in melodic rap, or maybe rap song. Maybe he'll get something else. Let's see. But yeah, man, I'm surprised The Weeknd didn't. I'm not that surprised, but I am surprised he didn't get into Album of the Year. But yeah, I predicted Jon Batiste. I'm not surprised Jon Batiste didn't get in. Not surprised at all. Even though Big Money is a great album. And I think the only other album I was predicting was Elton John and Brandi Carlile's Who Believes in Angels. Not surprised he didn't get in, but I kind of feel like there's always that older, more Grammy darling veteran vote that happens every year. And it feels like this is one of those rare years where we didn't really have like an album that kind of like satisfies like the older voting block. We didn't really have that this year. Like this is a pretty young crop of album of the year nominees. We have veterans like, you know, Gaga. I guess you could say Justin Bieber and Clips are also somewhat veterans, you know, somewhat. We have a lot of newer artists like a Bad Bunny. We got, you know, we got Tyler Creator. Kendrick is somewhat of a veteran too, but it's like we have like a lot. I want to say like we don't have anybody who was like their heyday was like in the 20th century, and I feel like we usually have like someone like that who was like their peak was like the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. We don't really have anybody like that this year. Everybody in this lineup has like peaked as of like the late 2000s onward, which is a very interesting thing to see. But it's a good sign of that. You know, we're kind of moving out of that old white man voting block that has dominated the Grammy conversation for so long, which I'm happy about. But it's just interesting to see happening in real time. But not to make it racial and all that. I'm just very, you know, I'm just saying, you know, what I'm thinking. But yeah, man, other than that, I think I did pretty good in this category. I think I predicted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 out of the 8. Yeah, man. Wow. But that's album of the year. Let's keep going. All right, so that was the end of the live stream. So now let me just go into the other categories that weren't announced during the live stream and just go through those to end the video out. So first up, let's start with the pop categories. So we did pop solo already. Now for best pop duo / group performance. Let's see who got in there. Defying Gravity, Cynthia and Ariana. I love it. Amen. Golden, I was right. Gabriella by Cat's Eye. Man, Gabriella. Shout out to Cat's Eye, man. I didn't think they would get in, but I love that song. Shout out to Cat's Eye. And the best artist nomination. Love that for them. Alpata, Rose and Bruno. There we go. And 30 for 30 by SZA and Kendrick. Nice. I'm glad 30 for 30 got in. There we go. So I think I did 4 for 5 in this category. I got everybody else besides Gabriella. And I predicted Elton John and... Was it? Let me see. Did I predict? Oh, no. I predicted Coldplay for All My Love. Yes, Coldplay for All My Love. I'm not surprised Coldplay didn't get in, but I'm happy I predicted them. I felt good about them, but I'm not surprised Cat's Eye took that spot instead. But I did pretty good in this one. 4 for 5. Nice. Okay, but I like this lineup for Best Pop Duo. I like this lineup a lot. Gabriella's a great song. Happy for Cat's Eye. Best Dance Electronic Album. Let's see. FK Twigs got in for You Sexua. Fred Again, 10 Days. Nice. Pink Panthers got in for Fancy That. Pink Panthers. Congrats, sis. I didn't think she would get into Best Dance Electronic Album for Fancy That, but I'm happy for her. Because, you know, it's like a short EP, but it really did have a lot of impact, so I'm glad it made it in. Rufus the Soul got in with their project. And Skrillex. I knew he was going to be a shoo-in, so shout out to Skrillex. I think it'll be a battle between FKA Twigs and Skrillex, I think. But congrats, that's a nice lineup. Okay, shout out to my my Black British ladies in this category. Shout out to FK Twigs and Pink Panthers. Shout out to y'all. Congratulations. All right, best dance pop recording. Let's see how this one went. What we got? Bluest Flame by Selena Gomez and Blenny Blanco. Okay, I didn't think they would get in, but okay. Abracadabra probably will win. Amen. Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson. Yes. Oh my God. Zara Larsson is finally a Grammy nominated artist. Yes. Zara Larsson. When I tell y'all, one of the most underrated artists in the world. Zara Larsson is a gem. And I'm so happy for you, babes. Mwah! You finally got nominated for a Grammy. Congratulations. Long overdue. Well deserved. Zara Larsson is an artist. Oh my God. And she got nominated for one of her best songs to date, Midnight Sun. Shout out to MNEK, her producer. I'm so happy for you. He got nominated as a producer of the song. Oh, Zara Larsson, MNEK. I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so glad I predicted it too, because a lot of people probably didn't predict Midnight Sun because it's not like this big hit. But it's one of the best songs that came out this year. And I had a feeling a lot of people, a lot of music industry folks know and love that song. It's a great record. Oh my God. Zara Larsson, congrats, babes. Love that for you. Just Keep Watching, Tate McRae. Okay, so at least she got in somewhere. She got but she got snubbed for Best Pop Vocal Album. But at least I'm glad she got in with one nomination, as she deserved, for Just Keep Watching here. I love that. And Illegal by Pink Panthers. Nice. The only thing I'm sad about now that I think about it is Tinashe got snubbed for the billionth time at the Grammys. And I really thought this was gonna be her final, not her final, but I thought this would finally be the time where the Grammys would give some just due to Tinashe for the No Broke Boys remix with Disco Lines. And they still couldn't get her into this final 5. Bluest Flame by Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco is cute, but No Broke Boys should have been in here, man. Like, what do the Grammys have against Tinashe? It's like, man. No Broke Boys is one of the biggest dance pop records of the year. And it's a great, not only is it like commercially one of the best performing of the year, it's also one of the best dance pop songs of the year. It's a great record. I prefer the original version, you know, but you know, the dance pop remix like should be here. Why do the Grammys not want to give no just due to Tinashe? Can y'all please like let me know if y'all know what's up? I'm sorry, Tinashe, you deserve that nomination. I'm really mad they don't want to give you a nomination. I don't know why. Since 2014. Since 2016. That's when she should have first had her first nomination for Aquarius. Since then, they don't want to give her nothing. And I hate that for Tinashe. She deserves, but all right. Best Dance Electronic Recording, No Cap, Disclosure, and Innocent Pack. Shout out to my guys. Love that for them. Victory Lab. Hey, love Victory Lab. Shout out to Fred again and Skepta and Plaque Max. Plaque Max. I don't know if they submitted the Plaque Max version or not, but they did. So Plaque Max is now a Grammy nominated artist. That's crazy. Shout out to him though. And shout out to my guy Skepta. Shout out to my Naija gang. Shout out to all my Nigerians out there, especially in other categories besides the African ones. Oh my God, love Victory Lab. That's a great record. Space Invader by Kaytranada. Congrats, Kaytranada. Happy for him, man. Great record. Voltage by Skrillex. Okay. And End of Summer by Tame Impala. Okay. Shout out Kevin Parker. That's a cute lineup. I don't know who's taking that. I think that might be Victory Lab. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Skrillex. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a great category. Wow. I love the dance categories. Besides the fact that they snubbed Tinashe. But other than that, I'm loving the dance categories. Best Remixed Recording, Abracadabra Remix got in. Don't Forget About Us, the Kaytranada Remix by Mariah Carey. That Don't Forget About Us Kaytranada Remix is cute. I wouldn't have nominated it. But I'm happy for Kaytranada. Happy for him. But to me, that's one of his weakest remixes. It's not a bad remix at all. It's just a very weak one, but I'm happy for him. Soul to Soul, A Dream's a Dream, the Ron Trent remix. Okay. The Chemical Brothers and Chris Lake, Galvanize, the Chris Lake remix, okay. And then David Guetta, Golden. Oh, okay, the Golden song. Okay, the David Guetta remix. Okay, nice. Shout out David Guetta. Okay, let's see who wins that one. All right, now for the rock, metal, and alternative categories. Best rock performance. We got Amy Emil and the Sniffers, Linkin Park, The Emptiness Machine, okay. Turnstile. Hayley Williams got in with Murtazapine. I'm pretty sure that's off of her Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party album. I don't know that track yet, but love Hayley Williams. Congrats to her. And then we got Youngblood featuring a bunch of people for Changes, live from the Villa Park. Okay. I'm gonna skip. I don't care about the metal category. Best rock song, 9 Inch Nails, As Alive As You Need to Be. Okay. Sleep Token. Shout out to Sleep Token. Caramel. Hayley Williams, Glum. Okay. They gave Hayley Williams nominations across the board. Love that for her. They say, Hayley Williams, take whatever you want. Period. And Daniel James. Okay. Turnstile, Never Enough. And then Youngblood, Zombie. Okay. So I'm seeing Turnstile, Youngblood, and Hayley Williams seem to be the common names in the rock categories. All right, and then rock album we already did. Alternative music performance. Let's see who got in here. Bon Iver, Everything Is Peaceful Love. Okay. The Cure, Alone. Turnstile, Seeing Stars. Wet Leg, Manjatau. Okay. And then Parachute by Hayley Williams, like I thought she would get in. Nice. Hayley Williams across the board. Love that for her. Turnstile too. All right, and then best alternative music album. Bon Iver, Sable Fable. I knew he would get in. The Cure, Songs of a Lost World. Okay. Tyler the Creator got in with Don't Tap the Glass. I honestly didn't think he would get in to best alternative music album, but I'm happy for him. He got into rap album and alternative music album. This might be the first year we've had an artist, the same artist, get into rap album and alternative music album in the same year. So shout out to Tyler Creator for making that history. That's amazing. As a black man, that is so crazy. I love that for him. Congratulations. I didn't think it would happen, but because I feel like this is a really tight year for alternative music album, but he got into the final 5. I love that for him. That's amazing. Wow, congrats, man. Wet Legs Moisturizer got in, as I'm pretty sure I thought it would. And Haley Williams, Eagle Death at a Bachelor Party. I love that for her, man. I think Haley's going to rack up at least 1 or 2 this year. She's going to rack up at least 1 or 2. Nice. Love that for her. This is going to be her first time probably getting solo Grammys outside of Paramore. Love that for her. On to my categories. Now we're on R&B, rap, and spoken word. We already did R&B album and rap album and spoken word poetry album. Let's do the rest of the categories. All right, so best R&B performance. Let's see who we got. Yukon by Justin Bieber. Really, y'all? Really? Yukon is cute. It's a cute song. I like it. Yukon. But really? All right. It depends. Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller. I thought it would just be an R&B song, not R&B performance, but I'm not surprised it got into performance. Okay. Folded by Kehlani. Let's go, sis. Period. Mutt, the live version by Leon Thomas. There we go. And Heart of a Woman by Summer Walker. Period. I knew she would get in. Shout out to Summer Walker. I knew she would get in. Yes. A lot of people forgot about Summer Walker's Heart of a Woman. A lot of people weren't predicting it by the end, but I held on to Heart of a Woman. I was like, nah. Heart of a Woman was one of the most successful and one of the best R&B songs of the year. And why would it, why would not get it? At least if in one, if not both categories. Hopefully at least performance or a song, if not both. So I'm glad she got into performance. I'm really disappointed to see Yukon here, especially when we think about, Giveon's 20s, especially when we think about Mariah the Scientist's Burning Blue. Where is Burning Blue in an R&B performance? Burning Blue in R&B performance not being here and Yukon being here and It Depends being here is like, well, It Depends I'm not as mad at. But yeah, Yukon should have, we should have put Burning Blue in here and then this would have been so cute. I can get over Giveon's 20s not being here, but Yukon being here over Burning Blue was ridiculous. Yeah, but the other 4 nominations are cute and I love them. Best Traditional R&B Performance. Let's see. Here We Are by Duran Bernard. Duran! I didn't think he would make it to the final 5, but I definitely thought he was an alternative. And I'm happy for him. That's amazing. Uptown by Layla Hathaway. They love Layla Hathaway. What did I say? Even when Layla should not be in, they're going to put her in because they just love Layla Hathaway. And I'm not mad because I love her too. She's one of my favorite artists. Like, she's a great artist, amazing vocalist. Uptown to me felt like we didn't need to nominate it this year compared to other songs that are vying for a nomination, but it's cool. We'll take it. Let It See, Love You Too. I'm glad she made it in. SZA's Cry Baby made it in. And Bob's Don't Lie by Leon Thomas. Nice. So I predicted, 3 out of the 5. So, oh my God, Lean On My Love by Jon Batiste and Andre Day did not get in. I thought there would be a shooting for the win. That's crazy. They didn't even get in. Wow. And then who else did I predict? Oh yeah, Coco Jones and Alicia Keys for Other Side of Love Remix. I predicted them. I'm not surprised Coco Jones missed, but I'm really surprised that Jon Batiste and Andre Day missed with their record in this category. Wow. But I'm so happy for Duran Bernard. Here We Are. That's a great song. That is a great performance. I'm so happy for him. Duran Bernard, you deserve, bro. I'm so happy for him. And Layla Hathaway is Layla Hathaway, so we'll take it. Wow, but this is a really great lineup. I do wish maybe... I feel like this would have been perfect if we would have put in Jon Batiste and Andre Day and Layla Hathaway's spot. Then this would have been a perfect 5, but it's cool. All right, now we're on to Best R&B Song. All right, let's see how I did for the final 5 songs. Let's see who we got. Folded by Kehlani. Nice. Shout out to her and all the songwriters. I love that for y'all. Deserved. Hopefully it wins. Let's see what happens. Heart of a Woman by Summer Walker. Damn, I'm good. I'm glad I predicted it. Nice. She deserves. I'm glad she got into both categories. Nice. It Depends. I got that right too. Okay, Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller and team. Oh, the Usher remix got nominated. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I forgot that it had an Usher sample. So Usher got nominated for It Depends. Nice. Even though, for the sample of Nice and Slow. Love that for him. Period. And then who else got in? Duran Bernard overqualified. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy for him. I didn't think Duran Bernard getting love across the board. Nice. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Duran Bernard. Overqualified. I'm overqualified. Love that song. I'll come overnight. I love that record. Come on. Overqualified is a great record, man. And then Yes It Is by Leon Thomas. Nice. Okay. So the only song I think I missed here was Oh my God. They snubbed Mariah the Scientist across the board. No album nomination, no R&B performance, no R&B song, and no Best New Artist. They snubbed Mariah the Scientist across the board this year. And to me, that's one of the most messed up things that I think I've noted for this year. I don't think I've seen a lot of major snubbage. Like even Tate McRae got a nomination somewhere. If The Weeknd gets no love for Timeless, then maybe he'll get something across the board, which will be kind of sad too, but it won't be egregious. But Mariah the Scientist not getting no love in none of the places that she was expected to show up is so sad and really egregious. I'm not mad I can live with her not getting an R&B album nomination or Best New Artist nomination. I can live with that. But Burning Blue being one of the R&B songs of the year, being one of the best and best performing and most beloved song, and also really one of the best R&B songs that came out this year, for it to not to get love in performance or song is really crazy. Especially when we have UConn nominated in R&B performance. Like that slot should have went to Mariah the Scientist. So that makes it feel like either Mariah the Scientist, like a lot of people don't like her behind the scenes, or for some reason, even though she had a really big song, people just have not latched onto her in the music industry yet, which is surprising me because it feels like she's a pretty beloved and well-known name in the R&B circle. So I'm really surprised she didn't muster up a nomination, at least one nomination somewhere here. To me, that's the most egregious thing I think I've seen this year. But it feels like this always happens every year in R&B. At least one person who deserves at least one nomination gets snubbed across the board. So that's Mariah the Scientist this year. She didn't deserve that. And I'm really surprised. I think she's one of the few artists that I think everybody predicting the R&B categories had her at least somewhere, in one category somewhere. So for her to not be anywhere is really sad. I'm happy for all the nominees, besides Justin Bieber, but she should have been here somewhere. But man, that's really sad. Wow. But shout out to all the R&B song nominations. I think I got 4 out of 5. I did pretty well with the R&B song. Nice. It was just that overqualified I didn't predict. But I love that for Duran Bernard. I love that for him. The last R&B category, Progressive R&B Album. So for Best Progressive R&B Album, let's see who we got. Bloom by Duran Bernard. I'm glad I predicted it. Shout out to you, Duran Bernard. That's 3 nominations, Duran. 3! Congrats, man. Love that for Duran. I love Duran Bernard. I'm so happy for you, bro. Like, man. From the beginning till now, so happy for you, man. Bilal, Adjust Brightness. Okay. I'm not going to hold y'all. I didn't even know Bilal released an album this year. I'm not going to hold y'all. And I love Bilal. I didn't even know he put out an album this year. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Bilal, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. But I'm going to check it out now because I love you. And and obviously the industry loved it too. I'm going to check out this album. Shout out to Bilal. I love Bilal. I'm happy he got a nomination. Love that for him. Destin Conrad, Love on Digital. Let's go. I'm glad I predicted it. Let's go. A lot of people probably didn't predict Destin Conrad because his album wasn't like this big known album this year. But man, that is an album that is great by a really promising artist with a lot of potential. Destin Conrad, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. You are a Grammy nominated artist, and for your first album, your debut album, you already got nominated. Period. Love that for you, bro. Listen, man, the young gays out here. Listen, the Liquor Boutigas, the Alphabet Mafia. Listen, they out here, yo. Happy for y'all, man. Flow, Access All Areas. I'm glad I predicted it too. Low-key, I thought my Flow prediction was more of a hope diction. I didn't think they would actually get in. Congrats to Flow, Access All Areas. I love that for y'all, man. Great album. One of the best albums of this cycle. It came away for a lot of people, especially American audiences. Y'all not tapping into Flow like that, but Flow is one of the best girl groups on the planet right now. and y'all sleeping. Tap into Flow. Their album is amazing. Like, I'm not playing like new age Destiny's Child type vibes. Like, y'all sleeping. Like, tap in. Access Areas, Flow, my babies. You guys are Grammy nominated. Like that. This category is so cute. And then Come As You Are, Terrace Martin and Kenyon Dixon. Nice. So I actually am happy for one that the Party Next Door and Drake album did not get nominated. I predicted it because I thought it would, but I'm glad it did get nominated because that album is not that great. That album is whack. I just thought it would get in off of name recognition, but I'm happy it didn't get in. And the Drake don't fuck with the Grammys anyway, so fuck it. And then yes, I got 4 to 5 in this category. I did pretty well. You know what's funny? I thought this could be one of the categories where I would do the worst because I just didn't know who. I didn't know, like, I didn't have a pulse on this category at all. But I guess I had a better pulse than I thought because I got 4 to 5 right. That's crazy. The only one I didn't predict is Bilal. But I'm happy for Bilal. I need to go check out that album. I love that for him. I didn't even know Bilal put out an album. I can't wait to go check it out. Wow. All right, best rap performance. Let's see who got in. Outside by Cardi B. Let's go. Listen, Cardi B, this is her category, rap performance. She always gets nominated in this category, like always. I knew she would get in again for Outside. I love that. Come on, Cardi B. Clips, Chains and Whips, nice. Shout out to Pusha T and Malice and Kendrick and Pharrell on Chains and Whips. I love that. I'm glad I predicted it. Anxiety by Doechii, I predicted that. Nice. TV Off by Kendrick and Lefty Gunplay, nice. And Darling I by Tyler Creator and Tizo Touchdown. I really think, okay, a lot of category fraud has been committed in this category, courtesy of Doechii and Tyler Creator. But I'm going to let it slide because they're both amazing artists who I cherish deeply. So I'm not going to make too much of a fuss about it. But if we're being honest, Anxiety and Darling I should both be in melodic rap, not rap performance. To me, they took up 2 coveted spots that should be going to other songs that are more deserving of a rap performance nomination, like a Big X The Plug, The Largest, like a Glorilla and Sexy Red, What You Know About Me, like something like a Freddie Gibbs, Enchilada, or like, I don't know, A Chance to Rap or No More Old Men. I just feel like they're really doing some category fraud with those songs. But it's okay, I'm gonna let it go. But I'm happy for all the nominated songs. I do feel like Big X The Plug should have been here. I'm surprised. So I guess I was really off about Big X The Plug having a really great year. I thought he would make a splash this year, but I guess I was wrong. And it is what it is. But it is unfortunate that Big X The Plug couldn't make a splash like I thought he would. It's unfortunate. But all right, let's move on. But that's a pretty good 5. I'm not mad at it. Let's go. Now on to best melodic rap performance. Let's see who we got. Okay, Friday, Meek Mill, Proud of Me. You know what's crazy? I said in my last video that I was disappointed in Friday because I thought he didn't submit this song. I'm like, why would you not submit Proud of Me? It's a great record. I guess I was wrong because I didn't see that Friday submitted the song. I didn't see it in his submission, so I thought he didn't submit this record. But I'm happy for Friday, for him and Meek Mill, for Proud of Me. That's a great song. Shout out to Friday. I'm mad because if I knew he submitted the song, I would have probably predicted it, to be honest. I got rid of it because I didn't think he submitted it. So see, this is what I hate about submissions. A lot of times you can't really tell what's honest online or not. Because if I had known Friday submitted the song, I would have predicted it in my final 5. But I'm so happy for him. Amazing record. Wholeheartedly by J.I.D., Ty Dolla $ign, and Black. I had a feeling this could have been in the final 5, but I put it in my alternatives because I just didn't, in my long shots. Because I just didn't think J.I.D. was going to have that much love for him this year, but he got into a best rap album, and he got in here too with Wholeheartedly. I'm happy for him, man. I really didn't think he would get in. But that's amazing. Shout out to J.I.D. Wow, I love that for him. Luther by Kendrick and SZA, they're going to win it. We Mage by Terrace Martin and Kenyon Dixon and Rhapsody. I didn't think We Mage would get in, but I had it as an alternative, so that's amazing. And then Somebody Loves Me by Party Next Door and Drake. So at least they gave the song love instead of the album. Okay. And The Weeknd, Timeless did not make it in here. So they snubbed The Weeknd again across the board. Because I'm pretty sure this is his last chance to get a nomination. Like, unless he makes it into a rap song. This is insane. They snubbed The Weeknd across the board. After all that drama, The Weeknd said, fine, I'll come back and I'll submit myself to the Grammys. And y'all still gave him nothing? Woo! That's going to be a story. The Grammys. That's going to be a story. Man. Woo! I hate to be y'all. That's a story that y'all don't want. But y'all didn't give him no nominations. Crazy. But this is a cute ass 5 for melodic rap. Wow. Luther's taking it, but this is a really cute 5. I'm really surprised they didn't nominate Timeless. And I'm not surprised they didn't submit Lil Tecca's Dark Thoughts. But I thought that would happen, but I'm not surprised it didn't. And then Gunna's We Getting Fucked Tonight. That was kind of one of just a hope prediction I thought would get in, but I'm not surprised they didn't nominate that song, even though it's a bop. But yeah, man. Okay. None of the Money Long songs made it in. Those would have been a nice surprise. Either a song with 2C or Glorilla. Those would have been really cute surprises. But especially the Glorilla song. That would have been a really cute surprise. I'm glad Lotto didn't make it in with Somebody. Thank God. Cute song, but I'm glad it didn't make it in. We Mage got in. Yeah, man. Nice. Okay. And for rap song, for best rap song, let's see what we got. Anxiety by Doechii. Nice. The Birds Don't Sing. Love it. Should have been in melodic rap, but they didn't submit it. I don't know why. But at least I'm glad I got into best rap song. Shout out to, Clips and John Legend. And Stevie Wonder got nomination for this song. Nice. Okay. Oh, I realized John Legend did not help write it, so he didn't get the nomination. But that's okay. Stevie Wonder helped write on the song. Or maybe it was a sample. Nice. And Pharrell got nominated too. Okay. Sticky by Tyler Creator. Nice. Like I predicted. Shout out to Sticky. It should have been in performance more than song, in my opinion, but it is what it is. We'll take it somewhere. TJIF by Glorilla. Nice. Listen, TJIF is a great song. I'm glad it got nominated here. Period. And then TV Off. Nice. So I did what? Oh, wait. I went 5 for 5 in this category. Oh, shit. Yes. I went 5 for 5 in rap song. There we go. I got all 5 correct. Let's go. Nice. That's a good 5. It's a good 5. I like that 5 a lot. I like that 5. Wow. Now I'm going to breeze through everything else. Let's see. For jazz performance, we got my girl, Samara Joy, period. We got Peace of Mind / Dreams Come True. Nice. I'm only going to mention like people I care about in the other categories. I'm not going to mention all the nominations. Best jazz vocal album. Did Samara Joy get in? She did with Portrait. Nice. Hope she wins it. Anybody else I recognize in the jazz categories? Not that I'm seeing. Chick Corea. Nice. Alternative jazz album. Let's see who got in here. Ambrose Akin Musire. Okay. Robert Glasper, Keys to the City Volume 1. Shout out Robert Glasper, period. Brad Meldu. Okay. Nate Smith. And then Emmanuel Wilkins. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed that Destin Conrad didn't make it in for Whimsy in Alternative Jazz Album. And I'm really disappointed we didn't see Theo Crocker's Dream Manifest album here as well. I thought at least Theo Crocker's album would show up, so I'm disappointed he's not in here. But at least we have Robert Glasper, so that's nice. So obviously I'm rooting for Robert Glasper in this category, but a shout out to all the other nominees. All right, best traditional pop vocal album. Let's see who got in here. Oh, Jennifer Hudson with The Gift of Love, her Christmas album. Shout out to Jennifer Hudson. I love that for her. I've not heard this album, but I'm pretty sure she killed it. Elton John and Brandi Carlile got in with Who Believes in Angels, so at least they got in here. Lady Gaga got in with Harlequin. Nice. Harlequin is a great album. I'm glad she got into this category. Laufey got in with A Matter of Time. She'll probably win it. And then The Secret of Life. Okay, the Barbra Streisand album. Nice. Okay, that's a cute lineup. Let's see who wins that one. I'll be rooting for Lady Gaga, but that's probably going to be between Laufey and maybe Elton John and Brandi Carlile. Okay, so now we're in the country categories. Best country solo performance. We got Tyler Childers, Nose in the Grindstone. Shabuzi, Good News. I'm glad Good News got in. It's a great record. I hope he got into a country song as well. Chris Stapleton, Bad As I Used to Be from the F1 soundtrack. Nice. Zach Top for I Never Lie. And Lainey Wilson for Somewhere Over Laredo. Okay. Rooting for Shabuzi, but I'm pretty sure he won't win it, but I'm rooting for him. I mean, maybe he will win it because it's one of the most successful songs out of this lineup. So hopefully Shabuzi could win it, especially to make up for his complete snubbage last year that was so unnecessary. I would love for him to get love for Good News. That would be nice. Grammys, can we make that happen, please? All right. Best country duo / group performance. Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton, A Song to Sing. Okay. Reba McEntire, Miranda Lambert, and Lainey Wilson, Trailblazer. Margot Price and Tyler Childers, Love Me Like You Used to Do. Okay. Amen, Shabuzi and Jelly Roll, great record. Nice. I'm rooting for that one as well. And then George Strait and Chris Stapleton, Honky Tonk Hall of Fame. Okay. I don't know who will win that one, but let's see. Amen also could be a frontrunner. It's one of the most successful songs in his lineup commercially. But I'm pretty sure they'll give it to somebody else. That's fine. Best Country Song, Tyler Childers, Biting List, Zach Top, I Never Lie. Shabuzi, Good News. I'm glad Good News got into a country song as well. Love that. Nice. Lainey Wilson, Somewhere Over Laredo. And Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton, A Song to Sing. Okay. All right. Again, I'm rooting for Good News, but let's see what happens. I would love for Shabuzi to get something somewhere, but let's see. American Roots Performance. They nominated John Batiste and Randy Newman for A Lonely Avenue. Nice. Love that. Alison Krauss and Union Station. Mavis Staples got in for Beautiful Strangers. Shout out to Mavis Staples. Love that for her. Best Americana Performance. Let's see. Mavis Staples again with Godspeed. Nice. Maggie Rose got in. Molly Tuttle got in. All right. Best Americana Album. John Batiste. Big Money. Congrats. Willie Nelson. Molly Tuttle. Okay. Rooting for John Batiste and Americana Album. He'll probably win it. Traditional Blues. Buddy Guy. Taj Mahal and Kev Mo. Nice. Okay. Best Contemporary Blues Album. Anybody I know here? I don't think so. Best Folk Album. Rhiannon Giddens got in. Nice. Best Regional Roots Music Album. Anybody I know here? Trombone Shorty got in. Nice. Shout out to Trombone Shorty for Second Line Sunday. Nice. Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance / Song. Okay, we got I Know a Name. Elevation Worship. Brandon Lake. Your Way's Better. Forrest Frank. Okay. Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll. Heartful Hallelujah. Lecrae, Killer Mike and T.I. Headphones. Nice. And then Amazing by Daryl Wells and PJ Morton. Shout out Daryl Wells, man. Shout out to the Walls group, especially Daryl Wells for this nomination. Shout out to him. And PJ Morton for Amazing. Nice. So we did not get the Glorilla song Rain Down on Me with her and Mavericks and Music and Kirk Franklin, like I predicted. I'm not disappointed, but I thought they would be here. But shout out to Lecrae, Killer Mike, and T.I. for their song Headphones. I don't think I've checked that song out, but I'm going to check it out. Nice. Best Gospel Album, Yolanda Adams. Nice. Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Tasha. Tim LeMan, Live, Breathe, Fight. Nice. Ty Tribbett, Only on the Road Live. And Daryl Walls and PJ Morton, Heart of Mine. Nice. Okay, that's a cute lineup. Best Contemporary Christian Music Album, Forrest Frank, Child of God 2. Yep. I think he'll probably be a frontrunner for that one. Israel and New Breed. Okay. Brandon Lake, King of Hearts. Lecrae, Reconstruction. Shout out to Lecrae. Lecrae, another one, man. I think Lecrae got 2 this year. Nice. And then Torrin Wells, Let the Church Sing. Okay, nice. Best Roots Gospel Album. Anybody I know here? I don't think so. All right. Best Latin Pop Album. Oh, okay, he got in here. Alejandro got in for Best Latin Pop Album for Cosa Nuestra. Okay, congratulations, Alejandro. Andres Cepeda. Carol G for Tropi Coqueta. She's probably going to win that category. And okay, but I'm rooting for her and Alejandro. Nice. We already did Best Music Urbana Album. Best Latin Rock Alternative Album. Anybody want to mention here? I don't think so. Let's see. Best Tropical Latin Album. Gloria Estefan got in. Nice. Best Reggae Album. Let's see who we got. Lila E.K. got in for Treasure Self Love. Shout out to her. Vybz Kartel got in for Heart and Soul. Shout out to Vybz Kartel. I think this is his first nomination post-prison. Who else? And then Jesse Royal. Okay. I'm rooting for Lila A.K. and Vybz Kartel. Mostly Vybz Kartel, but Lila A.K. I think this is her first nomination as a newcomer. Shout out to her. Okay. Best Global Music Performance. Bad Bunny got in with EO, like I thought he would. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Angelique Kidjo got in for Jerusalem. Nice. We love that. We love that. Shout out to her, man. Love that. Shakti got in. Okay. Best Global Music Album. Which one of the Africans got in? Burna Boy got it with No Sign of Weakness. Even for a weak album, Burna Boy still got in. Love that for him. Okay. And then, that's it. For people who I really know. They didn't give love to Davido. They didn't give love to Wizkid. Oh, man. Just Burna Boy. The Grammys love Burna Boy. That spot should have been given to Davido or Wizkid, in my opinion. I love Burna Boy, but in my opinion, he had, out of like the big Afrobeats artists, I feel like he had the worst album this year. I feel like that spot should have been given to Davido or Wizkid for their 5 and Mariah albums. But No Sign of Weakness is a cool album too, so I'll take it. And the Grammys love Burna Boy, but they should have gave that to Davido or Wizkid, but it's cool. But shout out to all the other artists in Best Global Music Album. Best Comedy Album, a lot of the same names, Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, Ali Wong, shout out to her. And Jamie Foxx. What had happened was, shout out to Jamie Foxx. I'm rooting for him. I don't know if they'll give it to him, but I'm rooting for him in that category. I hope they give it to Jamie Foxx. Because that was a great special and a great, that was a great album. Nate Bargatze. All right, best audiobook, narration, and storytelling. Trevor Noah, Into the Uncut Grass. Shout out to Trevor Noah. Ketanji Brown Jackson, Lovely One, a memoir. Nice. Okay. And then The Real Story of Milli Vanilli by Fab Morvan. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Shout out to Milli Vanilli. Listen, it'll be funny if Milli Vanilli or I guess Fab won this Grammy after all that stuff that happened with the Grammys back in the day. That'd be so funny. Full circle. Best compilation soundtrack for visual media, A Complete Unknown. Shout out to Timothée Chalamet. I'm pretty sure this is his first Grammy nomination. Love that for Timothée Chalamet. Love that for him. F1 the album. Nice. K-pop Demon Hunters. That's a shoo-in. Sinners. Shoo-in. And Wicked. Shoo-in. Great. So this is a great lineup. I don't know who will win this one. I'm rooting for Sinners, but this would definitely go to K-pop Demon Hunters or Wicked for sure. But I'm rooting for Sinners. But this is a great lineup, a really stacked lineup in soundtrack for visual media. That's a great vibe right there. Best score soundtrack for visual media, How to Train Your Dragon, Severance Season 2, okay. Sinners, Ludwig Göransson, nice. Wicked, Steven Schwartz, John Powell, nice. And The Wild Robot, Chris Bowers. Shout out to Chris Bowers, man. Congrats, bro. Love that for you. Best music video and best music film. Let's do it. Best music video, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. Nice. That's a great video. I'm glad she got in. Great video. So Be It, Clips, nice. And I'm mad I didn't predict it. I put So Be It in my long shots for music video. I just didn't think it would get anywhere near this category in the end. But I love that video, so I'm glad it made it in. And I'm glad we have a rap video in music video. So Be It is such a good video. I'm really mad I didn't predict it. I think one person mentioned it in my comments in my other videos, like So Be It by Clips. I was like, yeah, I love that video. I'm mad I didn't predict it, but I'm glad it made it in. Shout out to Clips. Anxiety by Doechii. Another great video. Love that for her. Okay Go, Love. Okay. I gotta check that one out. And Young Lion by Sade. Wow. Shout out to Sade. I believe this is their first nomination in years. Sade's not been nominated for Grammys since the early 2010s, I think. So that's amazing. Shout out to Sade. I forgot. I don't even know if I watched that Young Lion video. I gotta check it out. But that's amazing. Shout out to Sade for getting nominated. And for Sophie Muller, the director. Love that. Wow. And we already did Best Music Film. We already did that one. I'm really mad that Sly Lives didn't get in, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Best Album Cover. I'm excited to see who is the first class of this category. Chromacopia by Tyler Creator. Nice. That's a really good one, actually. That's a good pick. Debí Tirar Más Fotos. I'm not mad at that one by Bad Bunny. That's a really dope cover too, with the two, plastic chairs on the beach in Puerto Rico. Nice. The Crux by Dijo. Okay. Let me check out this album cover. Oh yeah, this is a cool album cover. Yeah, this is a cool album cover. Shout out to DJ or DJ, whatever his name is. Okay, that's cool. Glory by Perfume Genius. Let me check out this album cover. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a cool album cover. All right. And then Moisturizer by Wet Leg. This is a cool album cover. They look weird as fuck, but it's a cool album cover. Okay, that's a cute first spot. I kind of thought that they might put GNX in here for album cover, but I'm not surprised GNX didn't make it in, but okay. Wow, that's a cute 5. Well, I'm really excited to see how the history of the best album cover Grammy will uncover itself as the years come, come by. But this is the first cute 5 album covers. I'm rooting for Chromacopia or Debí Tirar Más Fotos, but shout out to all the nominations. Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical. Let's see what we got. Cam, All Things Light. Alison Krauss and Union Station, Arcadia. Okay. Japanese Breakfast for Melancholy Brunettes and Sad Woman. Okay. And Pino Palladino, That Wasn't a Dream. Okay. I'm not familiar with any of these albums, but shout out to all the nominees. I'm sad they don't have a mainstream album in this category, but it's fine. Oh, Cynthia Erivo got into Best Arrangement Instrumental or Acapella for B.O.K. Nice. That's probably off of her album. I gotta check that one out again. And Jacob Collier got nominated for Best Arrangement Instrumental and Vocals for Keep an Eye on Summer. Nice. I think I've heard that track. We love Jacob Collier in this house. Shout out to Jacob Collier. We love him. So yeah, man, that is it for the 2026 Grammy nominations. That is it, y'all. There's so many thoughts I have, but I feel like I went through all of them during the video. And my initial thoughts in terms of major snubs is The Weeknd and Mariah the Scientist. I feel bad for both of them in particular. But I feel like other than that, I don't think there were any of the crazy snubs that I saw across the board. I think every artist that I thought would get nominated got at least one nomination somewhere besides The Weeknd and Mariah the Scientist. I'm really shocked by both of those snubs. Those are crazy snubs for both of those artists. Surprises, I'm happy to see that Duran Bernard got way more than I thought he would throughout the R&B categories. I love that for him. He was the surprise sleeper person in the R&B categories. Kendrick did well like I thought he would. I'm pretty sure he's the most nominated. He got 9 nominations. He's the most nominated artist like I thought he would be. So congrats. If they had given him album cover, he probably would have gotten 10 nominations. I think he would have been the only one with double digits, but it's okay. Who else did really well this year? Miley Cyrus got in to Pop Vocal Album. I'm happy for her. Teddy Swims got into that category as well. I'm happy for him. I'm also sad that they snubbed Tinashe and Dance Pop Recording. I'm happy for Zara Larsson in Dance Pop Recording. I love that for her. Who else? In the rap categories, I think the rap categories were pretty good. How I thought they would. I'm happy for JID. That was a nice surprise for JID's nominations. I'm happy for him. I really didn't think he would get any nominations this year, but he got 2. Love that for him. Let's see. In the R&B categories, I'm glad Kehlani got Justice. Hope she wins. Justin Bieber overperformed a little bit for me for him getting nominations in R&B and Album of the Year. I feel like both of those nominations were not warranted, but I'm not surprised he got them. I'm happy for first-time nominees like Destin Conrad and Flo. Happy for y'all. Bilal got nominated in that category, which was crazy to me. Who else? SZA got love in a few places. Love that for her. Chris Brown, Leon Thomas did really well this year. He pretty much got in everywhere we thought he would, so he had a great year. And the Album of the Year nomination, that was crazy. Shout out to Leon Thomas and Album of the Year. Tyler, the Creator Gang, nominated for Alternative Music Album on top of Rap Album and Album of the Year. Insane. And then he still got into Rap Performance and Rap Song. Tyler, the Creator had a great year as well. He definitely overperformed. Love that for him. Hayley Williams racked up in the rock and alternative categories. Love that for her. Shout out to Turnstile in those categories as well. Sleep Token got a lot of good nominations in those categories. Linkin Park, Youngblood got a lot of nominations in those categories as well too. Let's see who else in the dance categories. Shout out to Fred again. Shout out to Kaytranada. Man, love that for them. Skrillex, Tame Impala. Pink Panthers got 2 nominations this year, not just dance pop. She also got into dance album too. Love that for her. Lady Gaga performed well. Even got a nomination for Disease, which I didn't see coming. But I knew it was a possibility, but it actually happened, which is amazing. Happy for the K-pop Demon Hunters crew. They got the soundtrack nomination. They got Pop Duo. They got Song of the Year. Love that for them. Rosé got, she got Record and Song of the Year for Appetite with her and Bruno Mars. Love that. I didn't think she should have got Song of the Year, but it is what it is. Shout out to Bad Bunny getting to Song of the Year with the all Spanish song. That's amazing. That's history, I want to say. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. Billy got into Record and Song of the Year for, a song on the album that came out 2 years ago at this point. Wow, which is crazy. Yeah, man, so many things happen. I think that's pretty much it. If I miss anything, I'll probably mention it in my next video, which will be just talk about my predictions and my picks for the Grammys for this year. But yeah, man, this is a really good year of nominations. For the most part, from what I'm seeing, I'm not too upset about most things. This might be one of the best years of nominations I think I've seen in a long time. In terms of after it's done, I'm not that upset. I feel like everybody got love. I feel like the wealth was spread. A lot of nominations made sense. Some didn't, but I knew they weren't going to, like in the rap categories, Rap Performance versus Melodic Rap, and like Swag being the album of the year and Yukon being there are some things that obviously just don't make sense, but I'm not surprised that they happened. I'm happy to see that Clips got into music video with So Be It, like an album of the year. A lot of people overperformed in a good way, which I was happy about. Tyler Creator, Clips, Leon Thomas, Duran Bernard, a lot of people overperformed that I was happy to see overperform. And there wasn't, beyond Mariah the Scientist and The Weeknd, I can't think of any of the major snubs for me. So this was a pretty good year for nominations from just my first reaction to it. Maybe once I process things more and be like, oh man, that and that and that. But just off my first reaction, I'm pretty happy. JID, happy for him. SZA did well. Luke Kendrick did well. Sabrina did pretty well. Chapel got love. Everybody, yeah, a lot of people really did well. Like, I'm also no. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm also upset about Raven Lenae. That was a snub that I hated across the board. She didn't get no love. I hated that. Alex Warren getting no love besides Best New Artist. I'm not mad at that at all. No shade. I'm not mad at that. We love that. That was a good snub I like seeing. And Big X the Plug. That's not a snub that I'm that shocked by, but I'm definitely disappointed by. Big X the Plug should have got at least one nomination somewhere. Best New Artist, Rap Performance, Rap Song, Rap Album, Contemporary Country Album. He should have got nominated in at least one place. At least one place. Big X the Plug being something across the board is something that I'm not going to say is egregious, but I'm really disappointed by. I feel like he should got love at least one category somewhere. He should have been invited to the Grammys as a nominee. So that really makes me sad. So I'm really sad about Big X the Plug, The Weeknd, and Mariah the Scientist, and Raven Lenae. For me, those are the 4 big snubs I hate. But none of them are that surprising at the end of the day, but I'm really disappointed in all 4 of those artists being snubbed across the board. Hate it. Maybe there's more I'll think about as time goes on, but those are the 4 that come to mind for this video right now. And also Cat's Eye, that's another surprise that I really like seeing. That I didn't think they would get anything, but they got 2 nominations, which is great to see. Happy for them. Hopefully this is the start of a really great chapter for Cat's Eye and their careers. Love that for them. But yeah, those are all the major snubs and surprises that came to mind. Let me know what were yours down below. All right, y'all. So that's another year of the Grammy nominations over with. I'm pretty happy with this year's nominations. Like I've said, nothing is perfect. They never are perfect. But for the most part, I'm happy with the way things went down this year. I'm not too mad at how things went down. There were some snubs I didn't like. A lot of great surprises that I also did appreciate. So it kind of is what it is. But yeah, man, like I said, let me know what your thoughts were down below. Let me know what y'all thought about my reaction. And let me know what you think about the nominations this year. What are your favorite nominations that you saw? What are your least favorite? What are you happy to see? What are you really disappointed by? Who are you rooting for going into the Grammys? Who are you hoping does not win? Who are you hoping wins? Let's keep it respectful in the comments. Let's not beef. It's not that deep, y'all. It's just an award show at the end of the day. It's not that deep. But definitely sign off below in the comments. Let me know what are your thoughts on this year's nominations. Let me know, what you thought about all your favorite artists and what they got, what they didn't get. And yeah, just give me your thoughts down below. I really am excited to see what y'all think about this year's Grammys and the nominations. I like them for the most part, but I already gave you my thoughts on things I didn't like and things that did surprise me. Let me know down below what y'all thought. Like, what were things that really made you happy? What were things that you were really disappointed by? I really want to know so I can get a sense of like how everyone's feeling as we go into this year's Grammys. Okay, appreciate it. And at some point, hopefully in the next few weeks, I'm gonna get out my video to you guys of my final picks and predictions for the 2026 Grammys. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay. All right, y'all. That's enough rambling from me. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. But this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thanks again for watching, like I said. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just